bus. Today is going to be the first day of deconstruction for the bus. I'm a little nervous. I'm a software engineer. I'm not a hardware guy. And first step is going to be removing the seats. This bus is going to be much easier than most buses. Most buses have a bolt that runs all the way through the floor, and then there's a nut underneath the bus, and it takes two people in order to pull those seats out, one underneath to hold the nut and the other one on the top to pull the bolt out. This bus actually has utility rails that run down the floor, and so the nuts and bolts are contained within the bus itself, and it should just be a matter of getting on it with an impact. At least that's my hope, to pull out the bolts that run down the center. And then all the buses have a rail that runs along the outside of the bus, and the seats hook onto the rail there, which, by the way, that seat rail is an integral part of the strength of the bus. So if you're working on a bus, don't take that out. That needs to stay there right up against the ribs of the bus, those hat channels. So leave that in. So today we're going to take a shot at this. I'll bring you in close so you can take a look. Here you can see the utility rails that run up the inside of the bus. And here's where the chair is bolted into that rail. This is the rail that runs up the center. You can see there's two of them, one on either side, of course. And then along the wall is where you'll find the chair rail right here. It's got a rubber cover over it right now. I'll tear that off. And we'll be pulling out those as well. I'm hoping these aren't too tough. And in fact, let me just get you set up here. We'll give one a shot and see if I can get it out of the bus. Well, I've already pulled out this rubber protection that was over the channel there. I've pulled that out. And it looks like, what is this, 14 millimeter. Fits that pretty well. So I'm going to try initially. See if I can get this started. Maybe. There we go. Let's try this one. Ooh, they're tight, but they're coming out. And once you get it loose, see if I can get out of your way. What do we have in here? There's a nut that stays in the track. A bolt comes out with a couple of washers. That looks like that's kind of what it's going to take. And I would get out a powered driver, but I don't think I could get past that guy right there. So I may get out a driver anyway to do the bolts I can reach easily and go from there. Let me take a look at the front and see what we've got on the front that's holding it in. Let's take a look together. Well, in the front of the seat we have kind of the same thing, just one bolt sticking up there. So that should be easy enough to get out. Now let's go check the chair rail. Well, climbing up here, here's the chair rail. And you can see the connection points underneath here. So I think I should be able to handle these without too much trouble. Famous last words. Well, one seat is out of the bus, and I'm excited about that. It was tough. It wasn't easy, but it's out of the bus. I've got 8 more to go. And a dog. Of course, a dog. Always a dog. She loves to go for a ride in the bus. And it's cold out. It's 38 degrees right now, so I don't know how many more of these I'll do today. I hope this gives you an idea of what it takes in this particular bus to remove a seat. Those bolts were in pretty tight. And my impact can't reach them because they're too tight. The space is too tight. So it's all about getting that socket wrench in there real well and tight, and then finding something else to grab onto so you can get enough leverage to get it started. There's not enough room to put any kind of an extension on the end of the socket wrench, and it turned out that they're 15 mil, not 14 mil. That's okay. So I will endeavor to remove 8 more seats this week, and hopefully next time you see it, the seats will be out. And we'll start talking about removing walls and ceiling. We'll also start looking at putting in painter's tape on the floor to mark out where the bed goes, where the dinette goes, and so on. So we'll be working on those soon. But this week I'll get these all out of here, and I'll find a place to store them until I can get them taken care of. And I want to thank you for joining me on this journey. If you have any questions, oh, do ask. Please ask. And if you have ideas, oh man, I'd love to hear them. And as always, I want to thank Chuck Cassady for his videos and his encouragement. If you haven't seen his videos, if you're a bus builder, go check out Chuck Cassady and other bus builders on the internet. There's so many out there that are doing cool stuff. Chuck's my favorite, but boy, there's a lot of good stuff out there. So thanks for joining me, and may your bus build go even better than mine. Thanks a lot. Have a good day.